Good morning. My name is Marcus Solar. I'm a sales director here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. Wanted to thank you for taking time out to listen into the webinar this morning. We do have the privilege of having Jake Quigley-Rolli on with us this morning from NASA Re, one of our preferred partners here at Insurance Agency Marketing Services. We're going to be covering a ton of information. They bring to the table some tremendous products, both on the accumulation and the income side of the house, to help your clients achieve their financial goals when it comes to income and accumulation during their journey towards retirement goals. Like I said, we will be covering a ton of information this morning. So if you do have questions, please feel free to put those in the question box down below. Some of the key points we will be touching on this morning is, as we indicated in the invite this morning, the 45% income bonus. I know several different clients out there have had market losses this year and are looking at ways or strategies to make up those market losses. Those income bonuses are a great way to do that. Another bonus, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, I'm not going to take away Jake's thunder this morning, but there are commission bonuses available between now and the end of the year for you to achieve, to bring home more money for you and your family during the holiday season. Again, my name is Marcus Solar. I've been with Insurance Agency Marketing Services now for 7 years, 7.5 years. So if you have any questions during the webinar, we will go ahead and record this webinar this morning. I'd like to cover some value adds that Insurance Agency Marketing Services does bring to the table to help you grow your practice, not only at the end of 2022, but as we start into 2023. We do have our new producer builder program. It is an opportunity for us to say thank you and welcome aboard to Insurance Agency Marketing Services. It is based upon your annuity or your single premium life premium at the $100,000 level, and it is good for the first 6 months you are on board with us. At the $100,000 level, you can either choose $750 in cash back or a 1,500 piece postcard mailer to keep your pipeline full of prospects to see, all the way to the $1 million level, where we can help you with some core story brand builder, getting published in major news outlets like ABC, Fox News, NBC, or some preset, pre-qualified appointments, 8 to 10 of them, to get you in front of those high net worth clients, to keep you in front of those prospects as well, and keep your pipeline full at that point in time. Another way for us to say thank you. Again, we're looking for a long and prosperous partnership for many years to come, and welcome aboard to the IMES family. We do have the IMES Business Builders. Again, we do realize that it is very expensive for you to run your business and keep it going year in and year out within your practice. Ways that we help you as you incur expenses day in and day out is through our referral producer program and our marketing reimbursement program. The marketing reimbursement program, for an example, we pay you $100 in marketing reimbursement for every $100,000 in index annuity premium. $200 goes into that account for every $100,000 in single premium life premium, and $200 for every $10,000 in target life premium. You can use this money to offset any type of marketing expenditures or any lead programs that you incur going forward. So it's a way to offset those expenditures on an ongoing basis. We do, I think, have some of the best back office support, saving you time and money. We do want you to work smarter, not harder. We do have some of the best life and annuity directors in-house here that help you run all your quotes, help you with case design, expertise and coaching. We do have paperless contracting, which saves you a ton of time, forms at your fingertips, and much, much more. So if you have any questions at any of the back office support, that we help you so you can continue to do what you do best, which is stay in front of clients and prospects alike, selling and helping them with their financial goals, please give our office a call. We'll be more than happy to help you out with that. We do have the IMES website, which is available to you 24/7. Before I touch too much on the insurance agency marketing website, Steve Murray and Charles Hearing Sr. Have made a promise to the field, a 2-ring promise that we don't have voicemail here in the office. And we do realize that if it wasn't for you, the advisor in the field, it wouldn't be for us here in our home office. Therefore, every phone call is answered within 2 rings as you call into our office during business hours. Outside of business hours, we do have the IMS website, which you can go out and you can run quotes both on the annuity and life side. You can go out there and check forms online if you're missing a form for an upcoming appointment. There are industry links out there on trends which are going on currently within the industry, any upcoming news that's taking place. One of the biggest tools on our website is the sales resource library, that if you need a presentation and you aren't prepared for an upcoming appointment, there are several different presentations available out to you at your fingertips in our sales resource library. I would invite you to go out and take a look around that as a resource. There's tons of information available at your fingertips in the sales resource library. We do offer Firelight. Firelight is our electronic application process. It is a way for you to go out there. Several different carriers are listed within our electronic application process, Nassau being one of those carriers. It is a tremendous opportunity to be able to electronically process applications, have electronic signatures done. This gets the apps processed much quicker. Mistakes are not made. It does not allow you to move forward without all boxes being checked. So you do not have to go back and get signatures or initials from clients. Therefore, policies are delivered quicker and commissions are paid faster back to you as well. If you have any questions on the Firelight system, you can give our office a call. If you have questions on how to access Firelight, you go out to our website, www.imsinc.com. Once you are contracted through our office, there is a Firelight registration tab out on our website. Once registered through the Firelight system, it takes about 2 hours for us to complete your registration on our end. And therefore, you can go right back in and complete your application at that point in time. Again, if you have any questions on Firelight, feel free to give any of the annuity marketers here a call, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through that process. We do offer, I think, some of the best creative marketing solutions or marketing support within the industry. Curtis Hawks runs that department along with Jacob Tedlock. No matter where you are within the industry, whether you're just getting into the practice or you've been in the business for several years, we can meet you where you're at and help you achieve that next level of success. So if you're just getting into the practice and you need help with a business logo, a website, a letterhead, we can help you there. Or if you've been in the business 10 or 12 years, you want to do some green screen advertising for some of the major networks, we'll have you come in the office and we'll help you with some customized advertising for that level of advertisement for the major networks. If you want to know what it would take or how long it would take to do some customized advertising or customized marketing for your area, please give our office a call. We'll be more than happy to cover that with you. Length of time, cost for that design work, please give us a call. We'll be more than happy to talk you through that. We do offer a retirement analyzer. Retirement analyzer is our retirement income planning software tool for advisors to help them help their clients plan for their future. Not only does it help you help your clients answer the questions at the bottom of the screen, but what if the plan in which they believe to be true when it comes to their retirement income turned out not to be true? When would they like to know that? Today or their first day of retirement? So again, this is a great forecasting tool because nobody's life really stays stagnant. It changes year in and year out. And this software is very flexible. It does allow the clients and you to sit down and certainly change that software, change their horizon, change their lifestyles if they want to, their income options. You can change literally everything within this software plan uh, and see what effect that would have on their long-term goals and long-term horizons as far as their income goes. If you'd like to take a look at this software, we do cover the basic package for the software if you are licensed and in good terms with Insurance Agency Marketing Services, so that you can offer this to your clients. But if you want to take a look at this or see a 30-day trial of this, please give our office a call and we'll be more than happy to talk you through this at that time. We do have IMS Wealth Management. It is a choice for financial advisors. It helps you touch on the 3 items on the screen here: increase revenue, improve your client retention, and strengthen those client relationships. Ultimately, if you are tired of passing that money off to somebody down the street or running the chance of losing that relationship or that client relationship, please give our office a call. If you have considered getting your Series 65 license, Charles Hearing Jr. or Mike Hansen would be more than happy to discuss the ins and outs of attaining that license. They would be more than happy to answer any questions you have with regards to the Series 65 or the RIA designation, and they'd be more than happy to talk through that with you. You can certainly reach them here at the office. You can call them here at the main office at 800-255-5055 for any questions with regards to the Series 65. If you do follow Facebook and LinkedIn and you want to follow any trends going on within the industry financially, these are our 2 links. Please click on them, sign up to follow us. We try to keep these updated on a weekly basis with updated trends and news going on within the industry. Love to have you join the family. So that is that on the Facebook and LinkedIn side of the Insurance Agency Marketing Services. At this point in time, what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn it over to Jake Quagliaroli with Nassau Re. Again, Nassau brings a tremendous value in products to the table. Not only on the accumulation side, but also the income side. If your clients are looking for ways to try to make up market losses with income bonuses, they give you a couple of different options to certainly do that. Or if they are just looking for an accumulation style product for some maybe older clients, they have a tremendous opportunity there as well. Nassau has been an elite partner of Insurance Agency Marketing Services for as long as I've been here, 7.5 years. And I'm sure they'll continue to be an elite partner for many years to come. So again, Jake, I certainly do appreciate you taking some time out this morning to join us. And at this point in time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
Awesome, Marcus. Well, thank you for the introduction. Thanks for all that you guys do yourself, insurance agency marketing as a whole, to continue to move the industry forward. As you mentioned, it's hard to believe we're in the last couple weeks of the year here in terms of overall production for 2022. But that doesn't mean things have to slow down or stop. We've got a lot of great opportunities in terms of value add that we're offering to you, the advisor in the field. Some that will continue into 2023. And to Marcus's point, what we're really going to do today is not necessarily do a deep dive into the product. Yes, we'll highlight the product, but I want to speak more on the differentiators of the contract, the whys, why the Nassau portfolio is such a strong fit in terms of what you're trying to accomplish and where you are overall from a product standpoint. Before we get into the great value add for you, the 3 different commission specials that we had, I know on the invite, it said, 1.35% commission. Those are potential bonus dollars that are available to you through early 2023. So we've got some great opportunities there. Know that everything we talk about, as Marcus mentioned, is being written on Nassau Life and Annuity paper. You see our home office there based in downtown Hartford, Connecticut. the first two-sided building. I don't know if there's any more two-sided buildings in the country, but the first two-sided building in the country overall. When you think about who NASA is, it might be a newer name to you, newer name to the industry, but from a corporate perspective, we've been around for 170 years. NASA came in 2016, acquired the company, and put the company through a major transformation. Despite that transformation, you see over 400,000 policies in force, 20 billion in assets under management, solvency ratio of a very strong 106+%. The fact that we insured Abraham Lincoln along that 170-year timeline is something that gets significant positive feedback from producers and clients and whatnot. But to me, the most important transformation since the 2016 acquisition is the fact that we've received 2 AM Best upgrades in the last 3 years. Significant improvement over the last 4 or 5 years in terms of the overall placement of the company from a financial stability. And to me, the importance there is when you make a recommendation of NASA, you know you've got the backing of a company that's seen 2 AM Best upgrades in the last 3 years and a 170+ year history where we insured Abraham Lincoln along that time horizon. So let's talk about hopefully what you're really here for, though. To hear sort of the pillars of success, the pillars of a successful partnership. First and foremost, I know you've got a great relationship with insurance agency marketing. You see all the value add that as a company, they provide you the support in the field to continue to grow your business and your practice. We're trying to bring that value from a carrier perspective as well. We're going to talk about the agent experience. We know service challenges that not only have impacted our industry, but the service industry as a whole. And I would say overall, NASA has been able to navigate through that, providing industry-leading agent experience for you in the field. Not only that, we're going to take a quick dive into the product portfolio. As I mentioned, yes, we're going to highlight the strength. We're going to take a look at the products. But I really want to focus again on the why, the product differentiators, why the NASA portfolio, whether you're looking for guarantees or accumulation, is such a strong opportunity to help put together the best retirement plan for the clients and prospects that you're working with. Last but not least, we're going to talk about the value add. And almost most importantly, again, those 3 opportunities to earn additional compensation. Compensation that you can use to put back into your business, help from a marketing perspective, help offset office expenses, however you'd like to use it. Or obviously from a personal basis, a lot of great opportunities on that front. So let's start with that first pillar, service. When you think of speed to issue, NASA as a whole today sits at 17 to 18 days in terms of speed to issue. Obviously, cash with app is going to be on the front end of that. We're 48 to 72-hour turnaround on cash with app that's in good order. When you bring in the transfer scenario, obviously there's a variable there that's outside of our control, and that's how fast the transfer company moves those assets. But as a whole, despite all the challenges from a service perspective in the industry, we've been able to maintain that speed to issue at 17 to 18 days, despite the fact that we've been able to grow our business north of 30+% here in 2022. To me, when you look at why we've been able to maintain that speed of issue, we're working on continuing to find value add, efficiencies, tools and resources that you can incorporate into your business to help move that business through the system. And to me, the most important sort of game changer, if you will, that we've launched is what we call our Suitability Instant Decision Guarantee tool. This is a tool that sits out in front of our eApp platform. It's going to take you about 5 minutes to input the information that you'd be inputting on the suitability comparison forms anyways. Now think of the power here. You input that 5 minutes or so of information. And today, north of 75% of every application that uses that tool receives an automatic green light. You know that case before you've even gone into the eApp system has already been approved. There's no back and forth for you going back to the client, getting this initial, getting that initial, getting additional information in terms of this policy or that policy. You know that case has already been approved. You get that green light, you click a button, it's going to transfer all that information you've already put in into that Firelight eApp so you don't have to go through and duplicate your efforts. For the 20 to 25% that doesn't receive that auto green light, does not mean that case is declined. It just means something doesn't line up with the algorithm that we've built based on years and years of data, and one of our suitability analysts is going to put their own eyes on it. Today, my suitability decline rate sits at roughly 1.2%. So most business coming into Nassau is getting approved. We are very liberal in terms of guidelines. We will consider a case with as much as a 9.9% surrender charge. We'll work with a case as long as it's been, we'll consider a case as long as it's been enforced for at least 24 months. Not only that, when you start thinking about net worth or percentage of dollars inside the FIA, we really have one guideline that we're looking for. And we're saying if the client's under the age of 70, we'd like them to have about 6 months of expenses in liquid assets. If they're older than that, we'd like them to have about 12 months liquid to cover expenses. We don't have any set numbers, set parameters, very, very easy to work with, and we do consider cases on a case-by-case basis. So first pillar of success in terms of our partnership together, your experience with Nassau. Second, value add. You saw on the response that you replied to the opportunity to earn an additional up to 1.35%. We launched during Q4 a compensation bonus that covers all product, all state, and all case sizes. For every FIA app that you submit with Nassau through January 15th, we're going to pay you an additional 75 basis points in compensation. For every MIGA app that you submit through January 15th, we're going to pay you an additional 23 basis points in compensation. This bonus is going to be paid as part of your normal compensation. You don't have to wait to the end of the product term. You don't have to wait to the end of the term plus free look. You're getting paid this as part of your normal compensation. In addition to that, any application that you have funded now through the end of December, you will earn an additional 10 basis points, meaning up to 85 basis points for FIA submits and 33 basis points for multi-year guaranteed annuity submits. Not only that, we have our Fast Track Elite bonus. The Elite program at Nassau requires $1.75 million in production to qualify. If you're able to achieve that qualification for partnering with Nassau through insurance agency marketing, that gives you the opportunity to earn up to an additional 75 basis points in compensation. So let's put it all together. We're looking at our accumulation-based product, and we're saying our 10-year product has a 7.25% street level commission. That 7.25% commission on a $250,000 policy is going to generate a little over $18,000 in upfront commission to you. You utilize our e-app and our suitability instant decision guarantee tool, more efficiencies into your business. We're going to pay you an additional 10 basis points or $250. You submit that app through January 15th. We're going to pay you another 75 basis points or $18.75. You get that policy issued still yet here in 2022, you'll get another 10 basis points. And if you were able to qualify for Elite, and we'll break that down in another minute here before we get into the product side of things, you're going to have another initial 50 basis points in compensation or $1,250, meaning all in total compensation on a $250,000 policy sits at 8.7%. Over $3,500 now with that $250 issued bonus in compensation. And if you were a second consecutive year qualifying for Nassau Elite, that actually would bump that bonus all the way up to 75 basis points or roughly 9% all in on a 10-year FIA with some industry-leading crediting rates and strategies, which we'll break down in another couple slides. Take advantage of this opportunity to finish your year strong, and not only that, start 2023 off with a strong note with that compensation bonus, again, on all submits through January 15th. So let's break things down in a little bit more. You heard me talk a little bit about Nassau Elite. And again, I understand that we're coming down to the close of the year. For Nassau Elite, this is our agent value add program. If you qualify as Nassau Elite, you have the opportunity to qualify for 3 great benefits. As I mentioned up front, it requires $1.75 million in annual FIA premium. We did launch a Q4 bonus, so if you were able to achieve $600K in FIA sales during Q4, that would qualify you for Nassau Elite. What is Nassau Elite? First and foremost, you saw your first year qualifying, we're going to pay you a 50 basis point bonus retro to $1. Every consecutive year you qualify thereafter, we increase that bonus to 75 basis points, pay it out quarterly, again, retro to $1. Last year, we had an additional over $2.6 million in commission paid as part of our elite program. Not only do you have a compensation bonus of up to 75 basis points, you're going to have a dedicated new business, so a pre-issue case manager, as well as a dedicated post-service case manager assigned to you. Again, what we're trying to do is put more efficiencies back into your business. If you had one specific person that you could reach out to Nassau, whether that be pre-issue or post-issue, if something unfortunately fell through the cracks, you could let them know the challenge that you're having. You hang up the phone and you know your dedicated case manager is going to work for you, and they're going to call you back once they've got that situation resolved. Does that allow you to focus more on case management, case design, prospecting, recruiting? Allows you to really focus on the things that ring your cash register. Last but not least, from an elite perspective, if you're one of our top 50 producers, we do have an elite retreat. We will be going to the Bahamas here in April of 2023 for 2022 production, but be on the lookout. We'll be announcing our 2023, our location based on 2023 production here over the next month or so. Now let's transition and let's talk about the product. That's hopefully what you're here for. Obviously, a lot of great value added and benefit from a compensation standpoint or enhancement standpoint that we have running through January 15th. But we've also made a lot of great enhancements in terms of our product portfolio. And as you see on the grid in front of you, what I love about our portfolio is we've designed sort of a spectrum or a grid that says, when you think about putting together a retirement plan, there's going to be certain risks and concerns retirees have. We want to develop a product that gives you the opportunity to give a four-quarter attack. Focus on the risks and concerns that mean the most to the prospects and clients that you're working with. And if we're focused on guarantees, personal income annuity and personal protection choice are going to be the product solutions every day of the week. Maybe those clients are concerned about market volatility. They've got a few years before they retire. They're thinking they want more growth. We've got some strong accumulation products, both guaranteed with our MYGA portfolio or non-guaranteed with the Nassau Growth Annuity, an industry leader in the accumulation space. So let's focus now on the whys. Let's focus on the product differentiators that we have. We're going to start by looking at the Nassau multi-year guaranteed annuity portfolio. We have some of the top 4- and 5-year rates in the industry today on a guaranteed basis. You see our 4-year simple annuity comes at a very strong 5.15% with a 5% built-in liquidity. On top of that, this contract allows for free full account value paid out at death. Fast forward a year, maybe you want a 5-year guarantee. You can see the Nassau My Annuity 5X comes with a very competitive 5.4% rate. With that 5.4% guaranteed rate, your client has access to required minimum distributions, as well as full account value paid at death. If your client were looking for a little bit more liquidity, you can see, yes, they can access up to 10% penalty free. That comes with a very competitive 5.2% rate. So strong multi-year guaranteed annuities. And let's talk about product positioning, sales strategies. What I'm seeing in today's marketplace is producers that are selling a split app, if you will. And what they're doing is maybe taking out 10%, 20% of what would go into an FIA product. And instead of dropping it into the fixed account, what we're doing is dropping it into a multi-year guaranteed annuity. We're locking in a rate north of 5% on a guaranteed basis for a 4 or 5 year period. So it's a great way to peel out some assets while guaranteeing that client an industry-leading return. Nassau Personal Income Annuity, flagship product inside our portfolio. Number 1 selling product inside of our portfolio. Like the name of the product said, this is a contract that was designed to provide an industry-leading guaranteed lifetime income. Some differentiators that you have. Why Nassau Personal Income Annuity over other contracts? First and foremost, you see you have the ability to do joint payouts on both qualified and non-qualified assets. You have access to cash immediately as soon as 30 days after issue. That comes through the Guaranteed Lifetime Income Rider as well as or through the 10% penalty free. So a lot of great different ways that we can customize a retirement plan to meet the client's needs, to maximize the client's needs from a product standpoint. And once you've determined that the goal the goal of a bucket of assets is to supplement Social Security, cover a fixed income gap that client might have, the only question you have to ask at that point in time is when. When is your client looking to transition from the accumulation to the distribution phase? If it's within the first 3 years after issue, you're going to elect the income today rider. What does this rider do? At issue, as Marcus mentioned up front, at issue, it gives your client an immediate 30% bonus to their income account. So think about a client transferring in $100,000 premium. At issue, their income account is a guaranteed $130,000. If they took advantage of the opportunity to activate that guaranteed lifetime income rider as soon as 30 days after issue, in that example, that income is going to be based off of a guaranteed $130,000. But if your client defers 1 year, meaning they don't activate that lifetime income rider within the first 12 months, at the end of that first contract anniversary, we're going to add another 7.5% bonus on top of that 30% bonus. And if they defer 24 months before activating the rider, we add another 7.5% bonus, giving your client a full guaranteed 45% increase to their income account or benefit base. Maybe the client's time horizon was a little bit longer, so they're thinking 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 years down the road before they activate income. In that scenario, you're going to elect the income tomorrow rider. Instead of getting a big upfront bonus, here what we do is each and every contract year that your client defers activating that lifetime income rider, we're going to grow their benefit base at a guaranteed 14% simple per year. Now let me highlight one more why when you think about this product over other income products. When you hear me talk about these benefit-based bonuses and roll-ups, one of the things that I've mentioned over and over again is the fact that these bonuses and roll-ups apply strictly to the benefit base or income account. They do not apply to the accumulation value. So they're not something that the client could surrender the policy 4 or 5 years down the road and recapture these big bonuses. The power there is the fact that it doesn't negatively impact the client from a tax liability standpoint. And think about that. Marcus mentioned up front, there's a lot of consumers out there today that are transitioning to the distribution phase. But because of market volatility over the last couple of years, they've lost 10, 15, 20, maybe even 25+%. You can offset that loss from an income perspective while not offsetting that from a cost basis perspective. So it's a real peace of mind where we can provide them income off of that higher amount while still while the tax liability would be based off of that dollar amount that came over. Another why, simplicity. When you look at the Nassau Personal Income Annuity, it's a one-page side-by-side illustration of our income today versus income tomorrow. You can sit down with a client and walk through what are your ultimate income needs. What is your time horizon? Based on those responses, we can look at this income today versus income tomorrow and really put together the plan that maximizes income for each and every single client that you work with. The last benefit, or the last why to me, is the flexibility and customization that you have with this product. Here you see an illustration. 67-year-old client, $100,000 deposit. This client had an immediate need for income. So what they can do is they can activate this rider immediately and generate roughly $6,300 in guaranteed annual lifetime income. But what we're going to do is take advantage of the flexibility of this product. And instead of activating the rider immediately, we're going to get that income through the 10% penalty-free withdrawal. And you can see for the first couple years, we're going to withdraw out $6,500 or 6.5%. So below our 10% allowable. Then after a couple years, we're going to increase that. Cost of living increase, we're going to increase it up to $7,000 or 7%. Now, why we're taking this withdrawal? Because we've elected our income tomorrow rider. Yes, our income account or benefit base is being reduced down by the withdrawal coming out, but it's also being offset by that 14% simple roll-up. And what that allows us to do in year 5 of the contract is activate that guaranteed lifetime income rider and give our client a third step up of income up to roughly 7.5% that's now locked in, guaranteed for life. So you've given this client an increasing income. You've allowed that benefit base to offset the withdrawals that are coming out, And you've done this all on a guaranteed basis, while again also not negatively impacting their cost basis because of that 14% roll-up. A lot of different power that you have in terms of structure and design with the personal income annuity. Before we look at the accumulation product, I want to quickly highlight our personal protection choice. This is a product really built on the same chassis that you had with personal income annuity. So again, up to issue age 80 without up to $1 million without prior home office approval. Income today, income tomorrow that you had with personal income annuity. The difference is if you did a comparison of income's going to be about 3 to 5% less with the personal protection choice than it was with personal income annuity. So if the goal of a bucket of assets is maximizing income, personal income annuity is going to be the solution every day of the week with our industry-leading income today or income tomorrow roll-up. If you're looking for a competitive income, and you've got that with personal protection choice, a product that we saw payout factors increase by as much as 24% a couple months ago. You're getting a competitive guaranteed lifetime income, but we also have the ability to enhance that competitive income by up to 250% if your client were to go into a nursing home. By up to 175% if your client's not able to fill 2 of 6 ADLs and they need in-home care. Now let's talk again about the why, the differentiators. As far as I'm aware of, Nassau is the only carrier in the industry that will pay this nursing care benefit, this nursing care enhancement, if the account value has been depleted to zero. Nassau is going to pay this enhanced income for nursing home or in-home care stay for up to 5 years as long as the client continues to qualify, even if the account value is depleted to zero. Now, why is that important? Think about the average critical care stay. When does it generally start? Does it start when a client's in their 50s, 60s, early 70s? Typically, it can, yes, but typically it does not. We're generally talking late 70s, some point in their 80s, maybe even in their 90s. And if they've been accessing income, drawing down this account on an annual basis for 10, 15, maybe even 20 years, chances are you have very minimal account value left. And if we were to only pay this enhancement until the account value hit zero, averages say that this benefit would pay for less than 1.5 years. At Nassau, again, we're going to pick up the difference. We're going to provide that peace of mind to this client, to their family, to know they're going to get this benefit for up to 5 years, even if the account value is depleted to zero. At the end of 5 years, if the client is still living, we're just going to revert back to the guaranteed lifetime income. So the enhanced income will stop, but again, we revert back to that guaranteed lifetime income stream. Not only that, another great differentiator, another why when you look at the Nassau portfolio. This benefit covers both spouses in a joint spousal payout situation. One spouse goes into a nursing home, receives that 250% enhancement for 2 years, then unfortunately passes away. Surviving spouse is healthy, keeps the contract in force. We revert back to that guaranteed lifetime income stream. 10 years down the road, surviving spouse goes into a nursing home. There's still 3 years remaining on that enhanced benefit that client could access or tap into. A great benefit, very, very consumer-friendly product. Much like personal income annuity, another great positive feedback I get from producers that sell this contract is the fact that it's a one-page side-by-side illustration highlighting all the great guarantees. Income through the income today, income tomorrow rider. Care through the nursing care, in-home care protection. Or family protection, our legacy component, which is going to grow your client's premium at a guaranteed 10% simple through age 70, 5% simple age 71 to 85 for a max of 10 years. What this benefit does is it pays at time of death the value in this family protection rider in a full 100% lump sum death benefit directly to the beneficiary. So now inside of one product, we've covered income, critical care, as well as legacy protection. We've done it with one premium and no underwriting that you're typically used to with products that provide these types of benefits. But let's close things out today by talking about the Nassau Growth Annuity, an industry leader. And I really want to focus on the differentiators here when you look at crediting strategies, when you look at opportunities here, because these same opportunities, accumulation opportunities, apply across the entire Nassau portfolio. A little different structure. You see, we issue this product up to the max issue age of 85. But when I talk to advisors selling this product, what they love most about this, and it seems like it applies across the entire Nassau portfolio, is the flexibility and customization. The idea of, hey, we don't have to try and take a product and put a square peg into a round hole. If we're looking for guarantees, we've got that with personal income annuity, personal protection choice. If we're looking for accumulation, we can do that with the MYGA portfolio or the Nassau growth annuity. And that reigns true with the Nassau growth annuity as well. You can see both a 7 and 10 year surrender charge schedule. Access to cash, 10% penalty free as soon as 30 days after issue. So you're seeing a lot of the same features run across the entire portfolio. What that really allows you to do is focus on the risks and concerns that client needs. Maybe that client needs income, but they also have the potential for access to cash. You've got 10% penalty free across the entire Nassau portfolio. Fee and no fee crediting strategies. So are we trying to maximize upside opportunity, or are we trying to limit fees while getting them that principal protected growth? But the real differentiator, the real sizzle point that I want to highlight is the crediting strategies that you have inside the Nassau growth annuity. We had a rate increase November 1, moving the rates on this product up to some of the top in the industry today. But most importantly, it's a simplified, diversified accumulation story. You see on the screen in front of you, you have access to both S&P 500 as well as NASDAQ 100 indexing strategies. You have S&P 500 and NASDAQ available on a 1 and a 2 year reset, as well as a base par rate, meaning no cap, no spread, no fee, as well as an enhanced par rate for a 1% annual strategy fee. We're going to increase the par rate or the upside opportunity for that client. 1 year S&P cap as high as 11%. S&P par rates up to as much as 70%, or NASDAQ 100 as much as 56%. S&P, NASDAQ, unmanaged, no vol control. So pure S&P as well as NASDAQ indices crediting opportunities. But to me, the great complementary index, and what a lot of people don't necessarily understand, is the design and the uniqueness of our Smart Passage Index. You can see Smart Passage Index, lower portion of the screen. It's an index that's comprised of the 200 least volatile stocks inside of the S&P 500. It offers par rates as high as 200%. But as I pull up the crediting return, the overall potential crediting returns, what I really want to do is highlight the differentiators. Talk a little bit about the value that I think oftentimes gets overlooked when you're looking at the S&P, when you're looking at the Smart Passage Index. Think about the average vol control index in the marketplace today. Maybe one that you're selling. My guess is it comes with a 4, 5, maybe 6% volatility target. What does that vol target really do? What does that mean? What that vol target is it's your client's exposure to the index that we're tracking. And you think right now, if you look in the open markets, volatility over the last couple of years has been running at about 25%. In fact, if you look at the history of the S&P 500, it averages a 16% vol target. So last few years, we've been running at 25%. S&P on an overall, it sits at 16%. If you're selling a 5% vol target, and volatility in the open markets is 25%, ultimately it means you're tracking that index at about 20% of what it does. So you could have a 300% par rate. But if you're only capturing 20% or tracking 20% of the index, that's like having a 60% par rate. And my guess is if you look at it, that probably equates to where their S&P par rate might be on the product. But think about the Smart Passage Index. Take a look at the potential returns. You have a 16.5% volatility target, one that's in line with the history of the S&P 500. You have 2, 3, 4 times the industry average of the exposure to the index that we're tracking. That gives your client substantially more upside opportunity, substantially more opportunity and access to the index that we're tracking. And you see that from an overall return perspective. A great opportunity to run a complementary sale, a complementary index running alongside the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ 100. In addition, as I mentioned, we have a 7-year contract. Back on November 1, we had a great rate increase on this product as well. You can see 1-year cap that sits at a competitive 9.5%. Again, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, pure, true, unmanaged, no vol control indices, as well as the Smart Passage Index. Again, our 16.5% vol target and very, very strong 1-year crediting rates. Take advantage of this opportunity. Take advantage of the differentiators that you have with the Nassau growth annuity from an accumulation standpoint. Pair it alongside, again, maybe it's a split sale, leveraging the strong rates of the multi-year guaranteed annuity. Maybe it's a split sale, taking a portion of the assets, leveraging the guarantees of Nassau personal income annuity or personal protection choice, while peeling off a portion of the assets and really maximizing the upside opportunity that you have inside the Nassau growth annuity. And most importantly to me, when you think about selling an accumulation product, we have a very strong renewal rate history with this contract. Yes, you see strong rates on the first year. You see those new money rates very, very competitive in the industry today. We have been able to maintain those par rates during renewal periods. Where the biggest focus in terms of ups or increases or decreases in terms of renewal rates is how is volatility today versus at issue or at the last renewal period. And when you look at the growth annuity, generally what you see is if volatility is increased, renewal rates unfortunately are going to have to come down a little bit. But if volatility has decreased, what you're seeing us is having the ability to increase those par rates during renewal periods. So when you bring the whole story together, again, you've got this ability to put together a customized retirement solution to really maximize what the client or prospect that you're working with is looking for. Are we focused on guarantees? Whether that's income in critical care, legacy protection, we can do that again with the personal income annuity, personal protection choice. If it's accumulation, principal protected accumulation, we've got that with the Nassau My Annuity or the Nassau Growth Annuity. You have payout factor increases by as much as, again, 24%, providing the ability to offer the highest amount of guaranteed lifetime income for your clients. Industry-leading crediting rates with the simplified, diversified accumulation story you have across the entire Nassau portfolio. And most importantly to you, the opportunity to provide some of these great benefits. We're not offering additional compensation while discounting the client. You have the opportunity to cover these different risks and concerns while taking advantage of the opportunity to put as much as up to 85 basis points or 33 basis points, whether we're talking FIA MIGA with current bonuses, and then the ability to add on top of that our Nassau Elite program, our way of thanking you for working with Nassau through insurance agency marketing. An additional up to 75 basis points on your entire block of sales for the calendar year. So with that said, I know we covered a ton of different information. I know we didn't do a deep dive in terms of the products, but I really wanted to focus on product differentiators. Again, the whys of the Nassau portfolio. I'm going to kick it back to Marcus. We'll probably wrap things up here with a Q&A. But again, thank you for the opportunity to earn your business. Take advantage of not only these great products, but these great compensation opportunities for you to help you continue to navigate through. We all know it's not getting any cheaper to run our business. Here's a way that we can put extra coin in your pocket and help you to continue to prospect, recruit new leads. So thank you for your business. Thank you for your partnership. Marcus, I'll kick it back to you. And again, thanks for all that you do. We'll definitely close things out here with a potential Q&A.
I appreciate that, Jake. I did launch a poll. If you'd like more information on Nassau, their products, information on their comp special, please indicate that. I'll be more than happy to follow up with you after the webinar this morning. If you have any questions, please feel free to put that in the box down below. We'll be more than happy to answer that. Any updates, Jake, on getting the personal protection choice out there in California as far as the care benefits at this point? I still get questions on that quite a bit.
Yeah, so care benefit in California, we are, as we roll into 2023, we've got early in the year on our sort of calendar of things to do is to go back to the state, resubmit some products and features that have not been approved. So right now, based on California standing, it doesn't look great, but we are going to go back to them and we're going to push that issue in 2023, and hopefully we'll have some updates at some point where we're able to get that care benefit approved in the state as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't show any other questions at this point. I do appreciate your time this morning, Jake. The elite partnership with NASA has been tremendous. We do appreciate that here at Insurance Agency Marketing. I do appreciate everyone's time this morning. If you did get pulled away, this was a recorded webinar this morning. Please let me know. I'll be more than happy to get you out a copy of the webinar. If any clients did come to mind, please let me know that too. I'd be more than happy to put together some proposals for you or some case design for you to show you how the NASA products would benefit your clients long term. But I do appreciate your time today. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.